Hello everyone and welcome back. I am the Sovereign and this is my court. If this is your first time in attendance, welcome. Please consider hitting the subscribe button before you leave our kingdom. We are gathered here today to discuss the newly appointed and presented Bini Bini Pilipinas of 2022. I have my favorites, you have your favorites. Let's compare notes because you know I made a list. Here I have the top 10 women that made an impression on me during press presentation. I do want to give props to whoever is putting together the production, the creative team, the director, whoever's doing this. The production level, even for just a press presentation, is actually really great. I really love the runway. They had like the picture of the woman laid out on the runway as she was walking. I don't know how they pulled this off. I would think like the heels that they were wearing would impale this runway, but it looked amazing and it made it so easy for non-native people to be able to identify each specific competitor. They had the number, they had the name, they had the province all there on the screen. It made it so easy. Please, other countries, like, learn from this. This was a great press presentation and you gave us a little tidbit of not only who these women are, but their level and skill level. And I know that some of you know a few of these women from past competitions. I personally don't know any of them. So I'm coming into this blind like a baby bird. I am brand new to all these women. It's like my first time seeing them. If I ever did see them before, I don't remember. So from what I can see, I don't know any of these girls. I know there are some fan favorites, some girls that have been competing in multiple renditions of different competitions that you guys may know. I'm just letting everyone know that I have not been keeping up with most of these girls. I don't know anybody by name, so I'm doing this by province. And we're gonna hope that I say it right. You know I'm gonna do my best, but you're free to laugh at me if I mess up. Now, as a whole, Filipina competitors never really disappoint me. The bar is set really high for them, which is why I get so excited when I get to view a new competition, because I know a majority of these women that are performing are average or above. Like they're not failing class. They are there, they are trained, they know what they're supposed to be doing. So the bar is always a few steps higher than any other competition that I will view. This kind of made my judging of these competitors a lot more harsh and critical because the bar is so high. Most of these girls are at least average, at the very least, but because of the caliber of a lot of these very experienced women, I have to be overly critical and nitpicky because they're all professionals. So there are a few women that didn't make my list who are not bad competitors by any means. One lady who I think kind of shows the reasoning why some of these women didn't make my top 10 list is Davao del Sur. My viewpoint of her is, number one, she is not a bad competitor, but she is not captivating. She's not original. That's the thing. Davao del Sur is one woman whom I can see every inch of her training, which is impeccable. But it almost seems like I'm watching her coach on stage, and you can tell that she is precisely mimicking every step of her training. She may be doing it flawlessly, but it's not original. It's not herself. It seems rehearsed. And a lot of the women had moments where I could clearly see the smile, the transition, the change was rehearsed. It wasn't coming off natural. One thing that I always look for in a really good competitor is a woman that is entirely comfortable being herself on stage. Yes, she has training, but she's going to take that training and make it her own. She's going to play with it, be creative with it. She's going to have that technical ability, but still shine through with her own personal touches and personality. Some of these women let their coach's training overshadow their natural personality, and that's not authentic and it's not fun. Davao del Sur was very much behaving like a Venezuelan competitor. I always get on Venezuelans for being like impeccably trained, like robot Barbie girls. They are adorable, they are cute, perfectly styled, but there's no personality and flavor. All I see is the training. You've got to be yourself. You got to make it unique, original, fun. A lot of the girls, I can see the coaches have trained you like wonderfully well, but if all we wanted to see was your coach's training, you might as well just put your coach on stage. And quite honestly, I know a lot of the coaches are men and you would love to be on stage. Okay, if we can have a coach's pageant, I would love to, but this is not the time to be doing that. We're not here to see your coach's training. We're here to see you. Now, let's get to number 10. My number 10 goes to Davao Oriental. Now, I know a lot of people may be stuck on maybe a little styling mishap here, and you guys know that I am honest, okay? And I am your friend. I'm your internet girlfriend. I would never send one of my girlfriends out onto stage or into the public looking a hot mess. So I'm gonna tell you the truth in a way that maybe some other people may be more afraid to, because this, like, it's cramping your style, and I'm not gonna have you looking a mess on stage. Sis, we need to take care of the extensions, blending. I can clearly tell that her hair has a short, blunt crop cut. She has short hair, but she wanted to go long hair for the stage, which is fine. Maybe some of you didn't notice, but a lot of the women are wearing hair pieces, half wigs, ponytails on stage. The thing is blending. We necessarily shouldn't be able to tell. Now, I'm really good with hair, so I'm always going to be able to tell usually, but it should not be something that is super identifiable or at the very worst distracting to the audience. For this woman, the lack of extension blending here is extremely distracting. It almost sometimes looks like I'm looking at two different people, because I'm looking at her with her short cut hair, and then suddenly I'm looking at her with long hair, and I can see the difference between both. And it really looks like she just put a lot of the extensions at the bottom of her head instead of blending them throughout. You have to blend the extensions, sis, but you look great either way. The reason I put her, and when I say you look great either way, I mean you look great with short hair or you look great with long hair, but you cannot have both at the same time. You gotta pick one and blend the extensions. Anyways, the reason I put her number 10 is because she has a natural charisma on stage. She honestly seems very comfortable. There's some technical work that can be done here and there, but I like her natural personality, her natural flirtiness. It's very unlikely that I'm going to like a very pageanty girl on stage when it's coming off as super rehearsed, aka like Venezuelan robot Barbie. I'm trying to get them to stop doing it too. Philippines, you know better. We like the women who are naturally confident, who are naturally like wonderful and charismatic and feisty on stage. It always, no matter how you perform, whether it be a princessy sort of gentle fluidity about your performance, or if you are a feisty, fierce, fiery woman, either way, it better come off as natural. My number 9 goes to Bini number 12, Sultan Kudarat. I'm trying. This woman is a great example of when I say competitors can perform many different ways. We do love the charismatic, feisty girls, but this woman is a very classical pageant queen. She's very controlled, very graceful. She does not rush. I love it when girls just take their time and give us space to just enjoy their presence. She has the transitions in the face. She's not going overly fierce, but she is having the transition. She is giving you a little bit of spice, a little bit of personality, but she's not a woman that doesn't necessarily go overboard, but she presents very cleanly and very well on stage, and it comes off as very, very natural. She's cute, she's adorable. She's not the only woman that performs like this, but she's one of the best out there. I really love how she can give us a genuinely like happy smile for most of her performance, but she can switch and give a little bit of sauce and spice and then go right back into her happiness. It just seems like she's not bothered whatsoever. She's taking it very easy on stage, and it seems very, very natural, very comfortable for her. So this strikes me as a woman who has the potential to do more. She may not be doing the utmost here, and she doesn't have to. It's press presentation. There's a lot of time that we have to get to know these competitors, but this is a great first impression in my opinion. My number 8 is Taguig. This woman has a very sultry feel, natural sex appeal about her. She is hot. She's not just beautiful, she's like hot. And I was trying to make sure, like in my brain, I'm like, do not just like her because she's pretty. Like really, let's make sure that her skills are there, because this woman just really like oozes sex appeal in my opinion. When I'm seeing her walk, she does have a bit of a sway about the way that she walks. And that's a little tweak that I would probably do when it comes to her training. But once again, she has that level of comfort on stage. It really seems like it comes natural to her, her flirtation with the audience. She has like this sultry stare when she stares out into the audience. Like the girl just oozes sex appeal. She's so damn sexy. I would say she probably needs a little bit more personality in her presentation, but it didn't come off as forced. It seemed like she walked out there, was like, I'm gonna hypnotize the audience, flash a smile and walk away. Like, I love the level of comfort that competitors display on stage, but this girl, she's probably one of the girls that has the most naturally sultry, sexy aura within her. Like the way that she looks at you, the way that she stares, even like her eye shape, everything is just very sultry. So I'm kind of interested to see what more she's got. Because I'm just like, the girl is beautiful. She's stunning. She's giving an edge that I don't see from many competitors in this batch. So I'm just curious. Like, she's piqued my curiosity, but the skills are there. She took her time. She gave a happy smile. She's a little flirtatious. Like, this is the makings of a good competitor. I look forward to seeing what more this mysterious woman has to offer. Number 7 goes to Cainta, Rizal. Miss Stacy, Pini number 1. She scared me. She scared me out. I was scared to see this girl come out as the first girl in Pini Pilipinas. I'm like, oh my God. If they're all this good, I am so screwed. I'm not prepared for this, because I'm like, the first 5 girls had me like actually scared, because I'm like, what? Why are you all this good? I'm gonna have to raise the bar because I wasn't expecting this. We're at number 7. Everybody, like, beyond this, the level of comfort that these girls have on stage, the level of ease that they have, it doesn't even feel like they're trying, which makes us love them more, because it's like, we know that they could entrap us. Like, we feel like they could just snatch our souls, but they're choosing not to just yet. This woman, she just flows. She just glides out, and her hair is waving in the breeze, and she's giving you this gentle smile, but at the same time, she's flirting with you every now and then. Like, I don't even know what I'm going to do as we go further up the list, because some of these girls are so flooringly good, like, they can already be put on an international stage. So I'm just like, if this is what we're coming with during press presentation, what else are you packing? Like, what? And I don't want to fall too much in love with anybody, because I know, like, interview, evening gown, you guys aren't, people are good at some things. They're not good at other things. But some of these women on stage are just that damn good. And she is one of them. Like, no problems. No, we're at number 7, and you guys are giving damn near flawless performances at this point. I don't even know what is there to criticize. Nothing. There's nothing. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. At number 6, we have Iloilo City. You see why I said that I was scared, like, through the first few girls, because the first few girls were like, oh my God, what is this competition? They're all amazing. I don't know what to do. Iloilo City is the first girl I gave like an absolute check mark, like a green check mark. As I watch a competition for the first time, I will star or heart or circle competitors that I know for a fact are in like my top 5. And Iloilo was the first girl that I came across during this competition that I was like, 100%, she has to be on the list. She's up there. She's so freaking comfortable, so graceful. She comes out so effortlessly, and I love the communication that she has with her face, specifically her eyes. The connection with that woman's eyes as she's performing is just amazing. And the ease with she's like walking, her turns, she'll go from a smile to a different face. Now, we do need to work on transitions a little bit. This is one girl that quickly will transition in her face, but for the most part, she's very subtle about her performance, especially in those eyes. She can give you happy, but she can give you sultry. She gives you like a come hither look. She'll pop right back into a really bright smile. And then the styling on this girl, like the hair, skin, perfect. Well, all the girls, Pini Pilipinas, by the way, are you guys cheating when it comes to makeup? Why is everybody's makeup like flawless? Why? No, there's no way. Everybody's not that good at makeup, because all of them look stunning. And I think, Philippines look. They probably heard me brag about how Vietnam's girls were so great and so wonderfully styled and everything. And then they're going to come out with this. And I'm like, can y'all just let me praise another country for a second? Because now they're coming out with perfectly, immaculately styled women in a way that I don't think you ever have before. I'm not even seeing a flyaway hair. So there's clearly a team backstage working on these girls. But Iloilo, I mean, what could she possibly do? Because at this point, we're at number 6. Everybody on this list is pretty well prepared for competition. The way that you're going to get to number 1 and get that crown, or I guess one of the 3 or 5 at this point, is by being unique, is by being special, is by being captivating, because most of the girls are extremely well trained. So at this point, you have to develop a standout, unique feature about yourself that's going to captivate the audience and the judges, because the rest of the girls, they're not going to mess up. The rest of the girls are average at the least. Iloilo has a very hypnotizing presence. She's not overly feisty. She's more like sultry. She's a little bit more of a siren. She more so attracts you with her eyes and her level of control. I like watching her. She's fun to watch, and she's a woman that I can see going to many different competitions. Now, not every woman is going to be suited or suitable for the Miss Grand title. I don't think Iloilo, for example, would be suited for a Miss Grand title, because you need that feisty like personality, you need that it factor, you need that performance ability. But there's not very many stages that I wouldn't be willing to put this girl on. At number 5, I have Tacloban. This woman, some of these girls are just so good. It's not even there. So another woman that comes out with complete confidence, total control. I love a lot of the control that these women are displaying on this stage. My thing with this woman is, okay, the chin chuck. I don't care how slowly you do it. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. I know I'm not wrong. She's chin chucking me. Now she's trying to give me a graceful chin chuck. I'll give her that. But it's definitely a lot of things happening. And it's just not necessary. Why is this a thing? Are coaches teaching this? I thought we eradicated the chin chuck in the Philippines, at least. The United States girls are still hanging on to it. But Philippines, I mean, I haven't seen anybody do it on your stages in a long time. So it kind of caught me by surprise that a competitor of this caliber was doing that, because the rest of her performance was pretty freaking flawless. It was so controlled, so poised, so elegant. You guys are really learning to work elegance into the swimwear performances. And one thing I really love about Filipina competitors, they have learned how to communicate with their facial expressions. They know how to use their face, and I love it because it's so captivating. And this is another seemingly very mature, very experienced looking, seeming competitor. There's not much to criticize her on except for that darn chin chuck thing. And still, she's at my number 5 spot because she's just that good. At number 4, I have Quezon Province. I was watching through the performances so that I could get an idea of each individual woman. But once I hit number 5 up, they're locked into memory. Like, these girls have seared themselves into my brain, into my cornea, and the memory will not go away. I'm gonna remember. Quezon Province is a woman that she's not very feisty. She gives a very princessy performance, a very controlled performance. It's very cute. It's very flirtatious. It's very fun and airy and whimsical. Quezon Province displayed a level of grace that I don't get to see very often, especially in a swimwear performance. As you watch her, you can see her movements are very fluid, almost like a dancer. And it's very controlled. And even when I love the way that she uses her face, every turn, every flick of the wrist, every movement she makes almost glides out of her. Even when she turns her head, it's extremely slow. It comes off very sultry, but then she'll pop into this beautiful, beaming, bright smile. She's giving me princess energy, but undercover you can see this hint of maturity, of slyness. It is a very dynamic and graceful performance. And I don't get to see that very much in a swimwear performance. And this is just proving that there's a lot of different ways to bring this performance out. It just depends on a competitor's personal taste and personality, but you can make almost any personality or feel or emotion work on stage. I just really enjoyed how different she was because she wasn't trying to be over the top. She wasn't trying to do too much. It was very clean. There's points I think where maybe her arms were waving a bit too much, but I'm willing to forgive that because the overall performance was just so damn perfected and clean and captivating and wonderful and whimsical and princessy, and I loved the vibe. She wasn't giving a Miss Grand type of performance. This is another woman I wouldn't say is vying for a Miss Grand title, but she's fun to watch. She just draws your eye. I love her smile. She just has this beaming, happy, princessy smile, and I just love it. And I'm just once again, I can't wait to see what else she brings during competition. If this is what you guys are coming out with during press presentation, I shudder to think what's going to happen in every other section of the competition, of anything. What has happened? You can't look, ladies, those of you who are in my top 5, you can't be this good and then drop the ball in other segments, okay? Please don't disappoint me, because so far, I'm not disappointed. We are at top 3, and my top 3 are fantastic. They're wonderful. They're amazing. They're everything. Starting off, my top 3 is Floridablanca Pampanga. Can you say confidence, please? Say it again for her, because she came out with womanly confidence. Not only did she know what she was doing, she was here to manipulate and play with the audience. She was playing with us. She was flirting with us. She was messing with us. And I was girl, stop it. Let me breathe for a second. The flirtation, the turn, the flirt, the winks, the everything. This girl was killing it. She was shining. She was beaming. She was not just performing. She was fighting. She was doing her best to make an impression. And she did. This is the difference between some women who are just very well trained and some women who are who are contenders, who are potential title holders. They have an it factor that just makes you want to give them a crown immediately. This woman was flaunting. She was flirty. She was a little feisty. She was like, she is a competitor. And when you look at her, you can't tell me she didn't make you smile. You can't tell me that this girl doesn't make you like shake a little bit. Like you can't tell me you don't feel the excitement for seeing her in front of you. That is the mark of a potential queen. Like she is a woman that I honestly could put on an international stage and still know for a fact she's going to make finals. This is a finalist. I'm just hoping she can keep packing this punch in other areas of competition because this was fantastic. San Pablo Laguna, another very confident, slightly sultry woman. I can peep a few things that I would tweak. Some of her transitions, facial transitions can be a bit too quick. They need to be more fluid. And she had these, stiff arms when they were on her hips, but her overall face play and presentation was just so confident, so alluring that it's just, you can tell that she's a fabulous competitor. Anything else, you're more so nitpicking at her performance. And the only reason I'm forced to nitpick this girl is because some of the other girls are so good. Because you can tell, like, overall, this is a very, very good performer. This is another woman who not only is 100% comfortable on stage. I think once we get past like even number 8, all these girls are 100% comfortable on stage. But they start playing on the stage. They start like enjoying the stage, messing with the audience, like teasing the audience a little bit. And we love that. We love it when the girls mess with us. San Pablo Laguna is another woman that's very, very graceful. She displays a lot of grace and poise on stage and a lot of sultriness. And I love the dimension and dynamics that the top 5 are really giving. They're giving us a little bit of playfulness. They're teasing us. They're happy. They're showing excitement. They'll change between these different moods and they're just feeding us as we're watching them. And it's just fun. These girls are fun. Okay. Top 5, top 3, y'all are just fun. And I want to see you again. Now you guys are going to have to excuse me when it comes to my number 1. You're going to have to give me a little bit of grace. I promise you everything that I'm about to say, I mean it as a compliment, okay? Just the number 1 girl, you disrespectful show off. You, as soon as this girl came out, I was like, how dare you? Who do you think you are? What? Like I had the urge to want to fight her when she came out because this girl is giving pure I'ma snatch your man energy. Like she looked in my face and said I'ma snatch your man, and I was like, bet, come on then. Like she had me wanting to like take my earrings off. This is why I don't have earrings on right now. Like every time I see her, it's like it's glove up. Glove up, sis. You want some? Why are you looking at me like that? Like, why you think you can flex on me like that? Like, who do you think you are? Who are you? And it is for that reason that I love her. You guys don't understand the level of disrespect that I felt. I loved it. Oh my God, it was amazing. It's something I've been asking the girls to do to me forever. Look, any woman that can give me a visceral, like animalistic urge to want to fight you to the death, you're a queen. You're a queen. If you can threaten me through my computer monitor, I want to crown you, okay? And this girl made me so mad. She made me so mad. My number 1, and you all know who it is. You know who I'm talking about. Everybody should know because she's like, how did you overlook this? You didn't. My number 1 is Zambales. Zambales. You know who I'm talking about. Okay, we all know who this girl is because we all saw her. This smartass. I'm sorry. You are a smartass for that. Like I don't even know what was this? What was this? Forget being comfortable. Okay. Forget like even her presentation capability. It seems like she didn't need training and this is just who she is. This is just like, she was giving straight mean girl energy, straight I'm the queen, didn't you know energy. Like, babe. Okay. Looks. I love that she's so damn moisturized. She came out like a gilded goddess. You know that god from 300? He was like gilded and glowy and gold. That's what she came out here with. And she came out with that attitude too. This girl had so much attitude. Look at, she's glaring at the audience, glaring at the girls, glaring at the DJ, glaring at everybody as if she's daring them to just take her spot. She's looking at everybody like, where's my crown? You're late. I'm not. Who do you think you are? The level of confidence and sass coming off of this competitor was outlandish, unheard of. And girl, the sarong work. These sarong work. This is what I mean when I say ladies need to get creative with their presentations. You need to make it identifiable. You need to make it unique. You need to make it yourself. I can tell that this girl went into her bedroom. She was in her house thinking of ways to use this sarong creatively. She was thinking of ways to use this sarong in a way that nobody else is going to do it. And I don't mind all the things that she did with the damn sarong because she wasn't repeating herself. She's not up there constantly whipping the damn thing, as I tell girls not to do constantly. She came out with it wrapped. She unwrapped it very fluidly, and then she was just like gently held it, and then she wrapped it around her neck, and then she turned around and used it to emphasize like a snappy little pull-off method. And then she got to the end and did this fantastic arm switch with the sarong as she did her ending pose. The one critique I do have is that over the top pose that she did right before her ending pose was unnecessary. She didn't need that. I didn't really like it, but she's such a good competitor that I just don't care. I really don't care what she does at this point. It was so damn good, but everything that she did, every movement she made with that sarong was clearly practiced, and that's why it came off so perfected on stage. And that's another reason why she was seemingly able to have so much fun on stage, is because she was comfortable. She knew she had practiced, so she didn't have any worries or doubts in the back of her mind. She was able to just go out there, have fun, do what she did because she practiced, and move on. There was no worry that she had nothing but fun. She flaunted, she flexed on all of us, and she's to die for. This girl is to die for. Crown her now. Crown her now. Look, CJ, I'm pretty sure it's CJ. Okay, I'm doing this by memory. I'm pretty sure it's CJ. I'm hoping it's CJ. Girl, don't disappoint me in any other area of competition. This performance was too good. It was ridiculously good. It was stand out. This is peak top 5 international competitor. I would place money on her right now, sending her to Miss Grand. She's that good. So I'm just like, I will cry. Okay, I will be so, you don't understand, okay? Because this girl, she triggered me. This girl triggered me at my computer. She had me saying all types of nasty words in the best way. Okay, but she had me wanting to cuss her out as I'm sitting at my computer because she was that good. Like, I wish she was giving me straight Rihanna. I'm about to yell at you, you sexy, good for nothing, stunning ass female. I love you. So at this point, to do this good in front of my face, you do not have the benefit of disappointing me in any other area of competition. I refuse. If she disappoints me, I'm gonna have a fit because this performance was everything. Everything. I just broke my fan over you. Legit, I just broke my fan over you. That's it. And this is my favorite one. You better not disappoint me. I didn't do this for nothing. In the comment section below, let me know what you guys thought of these competitors. I'm actually a little sad I just did that. I love this fan. Maybe I can fix it. I don't know. Let me know what you thought of the Pilipinas 2022 class of women. Who's your favorite? Who's your top 5? Are there some women that you think are flying under the radar? Maybe women I don't know are favorites that you think are going to do better as competition looms closer? Who are the veterans? Maybe educate me, because I don't know any of these women. Does my number 1 have pageant experience, or did she just come out of nowhere? Like, did you guys see her coming? I don't know. I don't know. I don't live in the Philippines, so you guys have to tell me, teach me, let me know what's happening over there. Put your comments in the comment section below. I love learning from you guys. This is gonna be great. So I'm so excited. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up, by the way. Hit the subscribe button so that I could see you again and we can keep talking about the Pilipinas, because Philippines is always giving me something new to look at, and you know that I'm gonna be here. And by the way, hit the notification bell, because a lot of you are seemingly thinking that I'm not posting videos consistently, even though I'm here every week, sometimes twice, 3 times a week, but you're not getting notifications because you didn't hit the notification bell. See, that's you, that's not me, that's on you. So notification bell, subscribe button, and come back and visit us again. I love you, I'll miss you, and I will be back in a future video.